2023 is on its last breath. Still feels like I'm in 2018, but it doesn't matter what I feel. Time is inevitable. Time will pass whether we like it or not. So I guess the best thing for us to do is to use that time wisely. For years, I always thought that I was supposed to be chasing after something. A point in life where everything is laid out, where everything is perfect. But over the time, I've come to realize there is no perfect opportunity. There is no set milestone. There is only now. Now or never. When I first picked up a camera, I had no idea what I was doing. I was filming stuff left and right. No composition, not maintaining the 180 shutter rule. I was doing everything wrong. Except for one thing. I knew that no matter what, I was going to better myself and get to a point where I can actually make short films and content.
What is going on, guys?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen?
What is going on?
Hey, what is going on?
What is going on?
How's it going, everyone?
Going, everyone?
How's it going, everyone? How's it going, everyone?
It took me 4 years of trial and error. 4 years of spending my own money to travel and create. 4 years worth of mistakes. Until one day, I got an unexpected message. For the first time ever, I had an offer to travel and make money doing the thing that I love most, creating videos. A tourism board had reached out to me saying that they like my content and they want me to shoot content for them. Of course, I immediately accepted. And even till this day, it still feels unreal meeting new people in Jordan, seeing the wonderful sights, diving to see the shipwrecks. Jordan is such a diverse and beautiful country, and I got to experience that country all while I'm holding my camera and capturing everything. This trip ignited my passion even more. It reminded me of why I started making videos in the first place, why I should go out and explore the world more. So after I was done editing the content, it was time for a new experience. So without hesitation, I booked a camper van with my brother and decided to travel around the Alps. This was my very first glimpse of van life, a totally new experience to me, and I am doing it in one of Europe's most beautiful regions. The opportunities here were endless. Everywhere you look, there's a beautiful lake, a mountain summit covered in snow, gorgeous roads across the countryside. It just felt right being here.
Okay, so we just finished the first night in the camper van. We woke up at 5 in the morning and we're at Eibsee Lake to witness this beautiful sunrise.
Living in a camper van has made me realize that most of the stuff that we have in our lives are a luxury and not a necessity. Because even though I had as little space as a van, a small kitchen and a bed, I felt more free than ever before. The idea of waking up in a new place every day is liberating, especially when you're in epic locations like these. Sure, you had to cook in a small kitchen, sometimes you could barely fit in the van with the table open, and everyday tasks become much more inconvenient. But the trade-off is worth it. Having the freedom of parking anywhere and calling it home, waking up in front of views that I used to only dream of. Slowly, these cumbersome tasks become much more manageable, and you start to enjoy the simple life more and more. Finally see the Alpine lakes, the Dolomites, and the incredible valleys in the Alps is something that has been on my bucket list for a long time. This was one of the most eye-opening experiences to me, and I spent some quality time with my brother in the humble life of a van, journeying the Alps. Fast forward 2 more months, and I was already planning my next trip. This time, I decided to visit somewhere besides Europe. I chose to visit the jewel of the Silk Road. A country that leaves nothing to the imagination. From majestic ancient buildings to delicious food, Uzbekistan's culture is simply astonishing. And it helps that the country was very cheap, so you could eat all you want. After visiting the capital Tashkent, we went to Samarkand, which I find way better than the capital. Countless buildings, mosques, and museums to visit. And how could I forget Samarkand bread, so delicious. Then we visited Bukhara and celebrated my friend's birthday on a rooftop overlooking the epic buildings. Afterwards, we stayed in a guest house far away from civilization deep in the Kizilkum desert. We met the Kazakh nomads, which evidently didn't speak any English, but the smiles on the children's faces speak 1,000 words. And we concluded the trip by embracing the Uzbeks' culture and wearing their traditional clothes. All in all, this definitely was different from Europe, and Uzbekistan had welcomed us with their warm, loving culture.
Cheap, almost free.
This country definitely exceeded my expectations. Winter has finally arrived, and while for most people it is the perfect time to play some board games and stay warm indoors, me, I had other plans. I set out to the Black Forest in Germany to film one of my all-time favorite cars, the Porsche 911. I had the pleasure of driving it for several days and consuming its full raw power. I gotta say, this was the highlight of my year right here. I've been dreaming of filming a 911 for years now, let alone drive one. Being in the driver's seat of a Porsche made me realize how far I've come. From just a kid with a Canon 80D and a kit lens, to traveling around the world with a bag full of gear is a dream come true. So I guess all I can say is this: in a world filled with the hustle and bustle of everyday life, one thing became clear to me this year. I discovered that the true essence of happiness is not found in possessions or materialistic pursuits, but in the richness of experiences that shape our lives. The world, once a distant dream, is now our playground, the impossible made possible. We can explore, learn, and grow in any corner of our exquisite planet. Sure, the last paragraph was ChatGPT, but I meant every word of what I said. Hopefully, I'll see you in 2024, and Happy New Year.